We're back. It's the Stockwell Eldridge Thrash Show.
Ooh, I get to be included today.
I'm Dawn Eldridge with Remax Results.
I'm Casey Thrash with the Eldridge and Stockwell team of Remax Results.
We're also here with Stephanie Havel with Wells Fargo.
Yep. Good morning. And I was Jason's always a big one. Check us out on Facebook, the Stockwell Eldridge Show, so you can see what all of us and our guests look like and get our contact information.
Yep. And we're also here with Luke Ployer with Afterglow Studios. So, Luke, I have a question. You were in LA and you moved to Minnesota. What brought you to Minnesota?
Oh, man, that's a long story. How much time we have?
What was her name?
7 minutes and 53
Thank
seconds.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So basically, I was working on a film here on location, living downtown Minneapolis at the Hilton on a film called Here on Earth. And it had Chris Klein and Josh Hartnett.
I love that movie.
And I met my wife here. So, she moved back. Yeah. And then she moved back to LA. We had our first daughter in Los Angeles. And that lasted a year. And we were like, we got to get back to Minneapolis. So...
right.
Here we ended up.
She was better than the sunshine in California.
Yeah. I was actually kind of ready to leave. The traffic and all that. I mean, I love LA, but, I was ready to kind of get back here.
So did you create Afterglow Studios in LA or did you create it in Minnesota?
Here in Minnesota. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I opened Afterglow in 2005. And our focus is really lots of different products out here now. So ironic with the home talking about homes and the future is one of our big things we're working on right now is the smart home. The connected home.
Okay.
So I wanted to jump in earlier, but that's a big thing. So with our phones and all that, having geofencing to basically be able to control your home remotely. So as you drive away from your house, it'll trigger a series of events. It'll turn down your temperature. It'll turn off your lights. It'll do all kinds of different things. So it'll check your alarm system or activate or deactivate it. And then when you go to work and you come home, geofencing will trigger again as well on your way back. It'll turn up the temperature or turn on the lights. So you can predefine all these different things, which is pretty cool stuff. So a lot of work we do is for Honeywell here in Minneapolis. And they've been a great partner of ours. And the work they're doing is phenomenal. It's just really going to change stuff, I think, coming in the future. And, smart thermostats and just home automation, I think will be a huge thing.
I was actually, I just remembered that. I was talking to a client of mine who was looking to buy a new home, and he was doing a lot of research on these, not tiny homes. He doesn't want to call it a tiny home, but maybe it was called a smart home or something like that.
Right.
But saying that's actually what millennials are looking for. Like, it's not the McMansions anymore that people want because people are busy with kids, sports, families, school, whatever. And they just want all the technology. So back to, the clapper days, they want to clap or they just want to push their smartphone button, on go the lights, the TV, the water starts running for the kids' bath, and the dishwasher starts on, the wash machine's running, and excuse me. So those were some things, right? Is that what you're...
Yeah, and sensors in general. So everything can have a sensor now. Sensors are going to be just about everywhere, where the leak detectors, so like under your sink or dishwasher or in your basement. So that was the first thing when we moved to Lakeville 5 years ago. One of the first things I did was hook up a water softener, and the next morning my daughter was like, "Oh, what do I hear running water downstairs, Dad?" I jump out of bed and I run downstairs and our basement's getting flooded because the hose had popped off the water softener. And had I had a leak detector, it would have set off an alarm. So,
and that'd be a really critical item for people in Minnesota with pipes freezing. I mean, we have so many snowbirds, and I think most of them, are in tune to that. But oh my gosh, I'm sure we hear about that all the time. Pipes bursting and in the wintertime.
That kind of stuff is going to be huge. But so Afterglow Studios, we deal with just about every aspect out here in Minneapolis, from the giant screen cinema films that we work on ourselves as well as for other clients. But TV commercials, we've done stuff for Target, Best Buy, Honeywell, corporate stuff. We do interactive. We're working on touchscreen kiosk stuff right now. So it's just anything visual is kind of what Afterglow Studios works on now. It's different than when we were in Los Angeles, but yeah, it's still great stuff. It's
and that touchscreen too, isn't that everything? I know Wells Fargo, our technology. I just to sign on my bank accounts, you just put your thumb on the screen and there you go. You log into your bank account. I think it's a lot more secure technology, obviously.
Yeah, nowadays it's getting a lot more secure with encryption and things like that. So, everything comes with a pro and a con, right?
Well, I was thinking, you guys, Casey, you're a big Star Wars fan, all this kind of stuff. Now, what about, because I was seeing, I have a lot of realtor friends on Facebook, and I always get a kick out of, interesting. So if you're a realtor, I really get a kick out of interesting things you find in homes when showing homes. The other day, a realtor had a disco ball. He's like, who would put a shiny, sparkly disco ball in their house? I was like, hello. Have you heard my name is Sparkles? I'm like, cool. I'm like, that was the coolest thing ever. And he was like ripping on it. I was like, hey, maybe I should go check this house out.
Yeah.
What about a Star Wars themed bedroom, kitchen?
Oh, I've seen a lot of Star Wars.
Is that a
bedrooms,
no-no? Or
but-
I mean,
yeah,
if you're
people-
selling your
yeah.
house, but I mean,
But what if somebody
not
like
if you're
you-
living in it? I mean, my house is the exact opposite of what you like a Star Wars themed anything.
so you don't like have like little Yodas and Darth Vaders?
No.
Tchotchkes around?
No, my sister likes to say that I have tchotchkes in my house, but I don't, and it makes me so mad when she says, "I was like, my house is like tchotchke free." Like, but I mean, like that's the thing is that people do stuff. Like people have stuff like that. You want to customize your home. There's a way you live in your home. And there's a way you sell your home.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and I always think,
So-
yeah, it's probably important to know that so would you say, so Luke, so maybe a question for you ladies, and what Luke had commented on is all of the, the technologies, the touch screens, all that kind of stuff. Is it important to install those things in your home prior to listing, like getting an updated, having the electric thermostat or the, what did you call it? What is geofencing anyways?
Geofencing is built into that technology. So
Okay.
let's say you have a thermostat or a home control system. Then what happens is it's really an app that you would put on your phone.
Yes, is that
that's
through like
controlling.
Comcast or something like that, where I see
Well,
that where the
you could do-
commercials where they're like, honey, did you close the windows?
Yeah,
or
I mean,
shut
you've
off
got
the water?
multiple competitors in the market, but any one of them will have an app that goes along with their product, and that app has geofencing because our phones all have GPS in them. So little things, sensors in your phone, is what's actually triggering the app, and then telling it online to turn on your lights or turn off your thermostat.
Okay.
So yeah, all that stuff is kind of built into these new products. But in the future, they're energy efficient. They're going to save people money.
Mm-hmm.
So to have an app that just does automated systems for you will really help save people money in the long run.
Okay, so I have a question before we try to wrap things up here. One thing we did not talk about: where and when can people see your movie Space Next?
Yes.
Okay, that's a tricky one. So the giant screen market does not work like Hollywood, right? So the global market for giant screens, they're usually booked out several months to years in advance. So right now we're playing at the U.S. Space and Rocket Center. We just opened at the Museum of Flight and Boeing in Seattle, and we're in Japan, Hong Kong, Denmark. The film's showing all over the world. We don't have any confirmed releases yet in the Twin Cities, but I think they're coming. So,
And it's not on Netflix.
No, it won't be on Netflix for a couple years. Yeah, a couple years out, it'll be on Netflix. But
But you have to have a really big TV.
Right. Well, honestly, it is the best way to see the film, right? These kinds of films are very special to that medium, and it's really great to see
So you get
them.
us all hyped up, and now I got to go to Japan to see
Yeah, you
it.
do. Yeah. It's it's an excuse you've always wanted, right?
Right, yeah.
We just come over to Luke's house and watch it.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, keep your eyes open. It'll make its way around. So probably at a theater pretty soon.
Yeah, well, congratulations on that. That's exciting. Great for you.
Yeah, thank you so much for being on today.
Thanks.
I've learned a ton. You are very, very smart. You must have done years of research on everything. I'm impressed. Thank you for listening to our show today. This is Dawn Eldridge with Remax Results.
This is Casey Thrash with the Eldridge and Stockwell team of Remax Results. Love yourself, love others,
Yes.
and have a good weekend.
Happening, and it's usually quite loud.